My manager gave away my private information to my estranged grandfather.
What does he want with that?
Trigger warning, stalking, and workplace privacy breach.
Yay!
I, 22 female, have been working at the same retail job for over 6 years now. Wow. I will not be naming the company as it is fairly small, but I loved working for this business. By the way, this comes from Electrical Box 8919, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do, so let us know what you do in the comments. And OP says, I moved to a different store earlier this year due to management issues. I'll try not to get into it, but I had the same manager for the first 4 years and I adored her. Unfortunately, she moved to a different store and the new manager was definitely not the right fit. We clashed very often, and if I'm being totally honest, we were both fairly toxic. I think she created the toxic environment, but I definitely did not help the situation.
That was the poisoning added on top of it.
I was just the little poison cherry on top of the poison pie. There were about 6 other people who quit or moved to a different store because of her behavior, which I think is very telling as there were only 10 employees when she started. Anyways, after about 1 year of working with this new manager, I couldn't take the toxicity and work drama anymore, and I decided to move to a different store. Until this week, I had 0 contact with my old manager, and I was happy to just let everything go and kind of forgive her in my mind.
Okay.
Now, I don't think I can do that. On Monday, I was rostered on for work, but I ended up calling in sick. I work every single Monday, so I felt really bad. But looking back, I'm extremely grateful that I was not at work.
Okay.
Uh-oh. An old man came up to the store and asked my coworker if I was there. She assumed it was a family member, so she called over my brother as he was the one who covered my shift that day. Sorry, bro. Does your brother work there?
Sounds like it.
That'd be super funny if he didn't work there and she was just like, I brought my brother. I'm going to bring my brother and he's going to fill in my shift. He asked my brother if he knew who he was, and my brother had absolutely no clue. It turns out that he was our grandfather on my dad's side, whom we had never met or spoken to before.
Interesting.
He continued on and said that he didn't want to talk to my brother. He only wanted to talk to me.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, no. That's weird.
That's nice.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I think he has something. He has a will to give you, his inheritance.
But only OP, not your brother. My brother told him that I was not there, and thankfully he just left. When my brother came home and told me this, I was so incredibly angry. My dad was as well, as he had not contacted his father in over 25 years. I hated the fact that he tried to catch me at my job where I couldn't really run away. Then my mind went to, how the heck did he know where I worked?
That was going to be my question. It's like,
Yeah.
how did he know you were
How
there?
did he find you there? If it's like this small store and he's been estranged for 25 years.
Does he know that was your brother?
I think so. I think he
yeah.
knew that, yeah.
Interesting.
Probably. Oh,
Hmm.
boy. What does this old guy want?
I don't know. I don't trust him. This part might sound a bit confusing, but I'll try my best.
Okay.
My dad and his sister had a fine relationship until about 2 years ago. My aunt knew where I worked, but she does not know that I moved to a different store, as we have not had any contact with her. My aunt was also in contact with my grandfather, so we assumed she might have told him where I worked, but he would have no knowledge about me moving stores.
Ooh, so there's someone that leaked that part at the other store then.
Oh, yeah, because she left that store because of the toxic boss. How toxic was that boss?
Are they still toxic?
The next day, I went to the old store I worked at to see if anyone had asked about me. I went directly to my manager and asked to speak with her in private. We went into the back and I asked her if an older man came in and asked if I was working. It turned out that he did go to that store first, but my old manager told him I had moved stores.
Oh!
What kind of stupid person gives out that kind of information?
Oh, the toxic one?
Yeah, the toxic one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If she just said, "Oh, she moved stores, she doesn't work here anymore." That's maybe okay, unless there's only like 2 stores around. But if she told the location, not good.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? In this moment, I saw red. I was definitely giving her attitude at this point, but I asked if she had said anything else to him. She casually admitted that she told him I always work Mondays, and if he went to that store now, he could still catch me. The company has an app where you can see when everyone is rostered on, even people at the other stores. So even though I thought it was very weird that she looks at my roster, enough to notice that I work every Monday, I was too mad to get into it. I started to laugh in disbelief. I went off at her and said something like, "Are you effing kidding me? I have no clue who this man is, and you have just told him where and when I work?" To be very truthful, I was full on yelling at this point, which started a heated argument that went on for a while.
Awesome Ashley says, that's illegal.
Yeah.
And if you get a good lawyer, you'll never have to work again.
Oh, yeah, you cannot just give out that kind of information to strangers.
By the way, Sophia works every Tuesday from 2 to midnight.
It's true.
And you can find her on Storytime on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram.
Riley, you just gave away my private information that nobody knew.
Quick, sue him.
Sued.
Sue me.
To summarize the argument, I started yelling at her first. She said that she had done nothing wrong.
What?
I disagreed.
Dude.
Her excuse was that he told her he was my grandfather.
Dude.
My response was that he could have lied, been a stalker, or been dangerous. She told me there's nothing she could do anymore, so I should just get over it. I called her an effing C word and I left.
Lovely.
Ooh,
The-
that might get you in trouble.
The grandpa loophole.
She was like, he said he was your grandpa. It's like if like a serial unaliver is like knocks at your door and is like,
Hello.
"Hey, I'm your brother," and they're like, "Well, I've never met you before, but you said you're my brother.
Come on
Come
in.
on in."
Wow.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
Can't take people at their words.
That's
Gotta double
true.
check these things.
Yup. That's true.
Safety 101.
Yeah. What was really going through this manager's mind?
I think she just like doesn't like that girl.
I agree. It doesn't
I
like
don't
OP.
know.
Yeah.
Or is just not very smart.
Both. Yeah.
Could
that's
be both.
true.
I left. I know it was not the best way to go about the situation and that I should not have started yelling and swearing at her, but I have never been so enraged. Beginning of the conversation, we were both civil, but her lack of accountability and no apology tipped me over the edge. Little did I know, while this was happening, my grandfather went to the store I worked at again.
Oh, no.
He also went in 2 days later on the Thursday. Thankfully, I have not been working when he comes in, but now I'm extremely paranoid. Anyways, my old manager obviously went to HR about the whole situation, which I do understand. There's so much history between us, and me coming in and calling her an effing C word probably should have been brought up. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the CEO of the company,
Oh,
my
wow.
manager, and some other guy who kind of manages the managers.
Oh, interesting.
The meeting was extremely awkward, and I admitted that my behavior was inappropriate, which is true, and I apologized to my manager. She accepted my apology, and they were wrapping up the meeting, but I interrupted to discuss how she gave a random stranger my personal information.
Boom.
Now, yeah, you said, "I apologize for my actions," and they said, "Oh, well, I guess it's all done," and you
Oh.
said, "However, I don't apologize for calling her out for giving my information out." And then mic drop.
Here's
And
a
they all
check
went,
for $1 million.
The response to this was not great. They basically said that there was no ill intent behind her doing this, and simply telling my grandfather where I worked did not warrant that response. I explained that he is a stranger to me, and he has now come in the store multiple times, and I am very upset about the whole situation. They said we can discuss this at a later date, but this is not really what this meeting was about. But it was about that. It literally was about that. The thing is here, though,
Well, okay, so
I think OP went around about this wrong.
I agree. I don't. That initial meeting was not that because
Yeah.
you know how like you go to court
Yeah,
and you have new evidence and you're like, boom, evidence. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
we weren't talking about that.
We were not.
Yeah.
We're not here there. And also like the defense, everyone has to be aware of the evidence.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what I think needs to happen here. Is they're like, not everyone knows what's actually happening here.
exactly.
We got to make another meeting to discuss this.
I think that OP should have, before her manager even, like her old manager even filed the complaint to HR, she should have gone to her managers and said, "Hey, this happened. I reacted poorly." Well, she should have never actually have gone to confront the manager. She should have confronted HR and said, "This happened. This is totally unacceptable."
Yeah.
That would be my first thing. After she already confronts the manager, again, you go to HR, you say, "This happened. I'm sorry for doing that. However, it's completely inappropriate that she revealed my information."
Yeah.
You should have gone to it before, like get ahead of the story.
Yeah. Go. Oh gosh. Complaint for complaint
Mm-hmm.
right there.
I left crying. I was so incredibly frustrated and embarrassed. Because of our history, this situation made it seem like I was just dragging up old stuff for the sake of it and that my manager had done nothing wrong. I've asked my family and friends for their opinion on this whole situation, and they've all kind of said they see both sides. I think that is their way of saying I'm wrong, but they don't want to tell me. I honestly think that even though my response and how I handled the whole situation was very wrong, my manager is still the one at fault. I need someone who does not know me or my manager to tell me if I'm being delusional. Am I the a-hole? And there is an update. I think that you were in the wrong for how you reacted. And had you gone through the proper channels, you might have your complaint might have been received better.
And you could have got a big check.
Because I think that you are right to be upset.
Oh, yeah.
I think that is totally a breach of privacy. But I think because you reacted in that way, they're less likely to take you serious now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where you gotta not let your emotions take control, and you gotta think before you say, kind of thing, which is sometimes really impossible to do in the moment, or like when you're just really heated or really in that mindset. But yeah, I agree. This one could have been a big paycheck and so much easier if you just like worded it better or went into it with a better mindset.
I understand you were angry, but that was not the correct response in that moment.
Agreed.
And maybe it might happen again, and you learn from these mistakes.
Yeah, you're only 22.
Yeah.
She's young.
This could happen again.
You'll be ready.
Wait, no, we don't want that. No.
But there is an update, and we do want that. A lot has happened since my original post, so I'll try to keep it brief. I need advice.
Oh, no.
I'm going to quit my job. That's, probably the right move.
I agree.
I cannot quit right this second. I'm a broke uni student. But as soon as I find a new job, I'm out of there. I actually would have preferred to work something out with HR, but I basically have a stalker now, so there's no way I feel comfortable working at that store anymore. I would have just moved to another store from this company, but the only other store that is close to where I live was the one I already left. After my post, which was last Saturday, my grandfather ended up coming to my work every single day. On Monday, he came up to me. I thought he was a customer, so I approached him like anyone else, and he just asked me if I knew who he was. Once he said that, I knew it was him. I said no, I didn't know who he was, and he told me he was my grandfather. I just replied with, "Oh."
Lovely.
It was so awkward. I asked him if there was anything I could help him with, and he just said, "We need to talk." I said, "Okay," waiting for him to keep talking, but he told me he wanted to speak in private. This is so creepy.
That's not happening.
We can
Sorry,
speak
old
right here,
man.
man.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Also,
oh, yeah, no, old man.
If I was OP's father, personally, I'd probably be breaking that silence to say, "Don't ever talk to my daughter again."
Yeah.
I would be
why is
like-
the family being
Yeah.
lukewarm in this scenario?
I know. Like, what is going on?
They're like, oh, yeah. Like with the boss saying, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of see where everyone's
both
coming from.
sides. It's like,
Not that like the grandfather has come out of nowhere.
it seems like nobody
What?
really cares about OP's experience right now.
Yeah.
I said that is not happening and that if he doesn't buy anything, I'm going to have to ask him to leave. I work in a shopping center and the store I work at is not the store that you can actually walk into. You just walk up to a counter. It kind of looks like a deli with a grocery store, if that makes sense. He went over to the bench that faced our store and just sat there staring at me. This took place around 4 p.m. and our store closes at 5:30.
Lovely.
On Mondays, I always close by myself. There are not enough customers to justify putting more people on after like 3 o'clock. When 5:30 came around, he was still there. I'm not gonna lie, I was crapping myself. I really did not know what to do, so my plan was to just speed walk past him and walk to my car. OP, you are young, but you're not that young. You need to call your parents
Call
or
the
call
parents.
someone and say, "Hey, pick me up.
Mall security.
Pick me up." You had an hour and a half. You call someone, you call all security, you call boss, you say, "There is a stalker outside. I do not feel safe."
There's a movie about a guy that could have helped you. Paul Blart.
Mall cop. He would have rescued you.
He would have.
As expected, he started following me and calling after me. I did not look back once, just got into my car and drove off. I need help with this part. As I was driving off, I saw him take a photo of my car. I have no idea why he did that. I thought maybe he wanted my license plate. If anyone knows what the reason for this is, please tell me. After this, I told my current manager what happened, and she then contacted HR so she could have a meeting with them To sum up what happened at the meeting, they said that they can ban him from all stores,
Lovely.
adjust my work hours, report him to the police if necessary, help me apply for a restraining order if all of that does not help. Well, at least there's that. At least there's that.
Some movement. Okay.
The meeting happened Tuesday, and every day since my original post, he has come to the store. Thankfully, I have been allocated to all the jobs that do not require me to be out front serving customers. I am also not doing the closing shifts anymore. He will come to the store, ask for me, and then he is told he needs to leave. Because I am out back and cannot be seen, he will usually leave. After looking at the comments under this post, I have been documenting everything.
Good.
And reporting it straight to my manager.
Oh my gosh.
All good things. The only reason I think I'll bother with the restraining order is if he finds my new place of employment after I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that he has any other information about me. The only thing that I am certain of is that he knows what university I am attending. It's a huge uni, so I'm not too concerned about that. I am praying that once I find a new job, he won't be able to contact me anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
This is really scary.
What
This
does he
is really
want?
scary. I don't know.
Ugh.
But I want you guys to go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
This doesn't make any sense. Only way I'd be okay with all of this is if he had a large sum of money.
Yeah, he was like, I need to give you money. Please, let me talk to you. I have so much money to give you.
It's gotta be six
would
figures.
would you guys actually take money from someone you really don't know? Like that like a
How
large
much
amount
money?
of money. Well, exactly. Like I would say like
How many
What,
figures?
what strings are attached?
let's go 6 figures.
What
Okay.
strings are attached?
We don't know.
We don't know the strings.
We don't know because we don't know this person. This person's like, I just want to give you this money, and I'm your grandfather. I'm your grandfather.
I want a contract. I'll
Okay.
take that money
Would
if I
you
get a
take
contract.
that money if some
I'm writing
random
down a
dude
contract,
who's like,
no
I'm
question.
stalking you?
Next question. Are you taking it in cash or check?
Cash, Riley.
Why?
Because the check is
You'll have to take taxes out if you get it. with a check.
taxes. Because of taxes, Riley.
Right response. I'm proud of you.
I remember. It made sense in the context that I was bringing it up in.
You didn't want to carry around all that money.
Yes,
It's gonna be a
it's
lot.
dangerous. You were
No.
picking up random money.
100,
from a
like
random
100K
person.
would be like, you know, those thick things of money. It'd be like 10 of
Yes,
those.
and now I understand. I could carry it around in a small duffel bag. I was picturing it in large, all in ones, Riley, in my mind. It
Oh,
was
man.
$100,000 in ones.
Yeah. Mimi says, random theory. What if Gramps is there to warn her about something?
He's like, I've come back to warn you.
There's more stalkers coming.
Well, then why wouldn't he tell her?
Yeah, dude. Why can't you tell that in front of everyone?
Yeah, I don't trust a person who says, I need to get you alone.
In
to tell you
private,
something.
yeah. I'm like,
A-
I'm
a
gonna need a
person I don't
witness.
know, a random guy I don't know.
Right here with me and the customers. Who cares? They don't. If it's about
Whisper.
family, they don't even know who they are.
Whisper it.
Great.
If it's about family, bring your brother, bring your dad, bring anyone.
But there's a little bit left to the story. A lot of people were telling me that I could sue my old manager and or the company, so I asked a few of my uni friends that are studying law. They basically said that it might technically be possible to sue my old manager or the company, as our actions were a breach of confidentiality and privacy, and illegal where I'm from. But it's very difficult and unlikely to be worth it financially, as I do not have any physical evidence that my old manager's actions directly caused or worsened the stalking. I know this was not the happiest of updates, but once I leave this job, I'll never have to think about my grandfather or that effing C word again. Any other advice would be greatly appreciated. I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. You're a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
You're figuring it out.
It's scary out there.
My advice would be to go to people in power sooner. Go to your manager, go to HR, go to your parents, go to people that are able to fix this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Reddit can't help. Reddit can advise you. But yeah,
Reddit can point you in the right direction.
Go to these people who actually have the power to fix this.
Find your nearest mall cop.
Yeah. Find Paul Blart. That is
Ew.
the end of that story.
I
and
don't
we've
like
got
that
another
one.
What?
Creepy grandpa stalker.
I know. It was creepy.
If he did he look creepy? That sucks. But was he like, I feel like the vibe of this would have been different if he looked mystical.
Yeah, he was a wizard. He looked like he had like long
He looked like
robes, and he
Gandalf.
said,
Yeah.
He had
he said,
Santa vibes.
Please come. I have to talk to you, please.
Boom. Talking to him. Side quest.
Yeah,
There I am. I did not get those vibes.
here you go. Yeah, he
Thank
said
you.
creepy grandpa vibes.
I was reported to HR for inappropriate dancing at the company holiday party.
They just can't handle your swagger.
Every year, my company hosts a big, formal holiday party with best dress competition. This year, I decided to go for it. By the way, this comes from Chihuahua is Crossed. And if you want to see my own stories, go to the freaking Storytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we would know. And if you have anything that you would know, we'd love to read it in the comments. So
We'd love to know it.
We read them all, don't we?
I read the ones that have my name in them.
I read the ones that have Keon's name in them.
And I don't read them at all.
I've been sewing my own clothing for a few years now.
Hey, yo, that's what
And-
my mommy does.
And occasionally do costumes for drag and burlesque shows.
Sick.
Is this Angie? Is this future
Happy
Angie?
future Angie.
What is she doing at the holiday
She's a
party?
good dancer.
Angie is?
Mhm.
You know this?
Yeah, remember her birthday party? She's a good dancer.
Jeez, yep. In working on the costumes, I've learned a lot of couture techniques in gown making. Lots of feathers, beads, and sparkle in both communities. But I haven't had the chance to make myself something wearable using anything I learned. The holiday party felt like the right time to make something myself, something beautiful, and to show it off.
Heck yeah.
I ended up making a floor-length red satin gown with a big bow in the back, matching opera gloves, and a sparkly white faux fur stole.
I don't know what a stole is, but I'm assuming it's like one of those kind of like.
I was gonna say that, yeah, like a
like-
sash, like
yeah.
not a sash, but
But it's like one of those things that you wear, like kind of like on your, like it goes.
it's not a
drapes over
scarf.
your
Yeah,
arms.
It's not a
Yeah.
scarf.
Yeah.
It's kind of. It's not a sash.
It's got like
I
a
guess
little
it's a
fox
stole.
head
Yeah,
at
it's
the
just
end
like
of
on your arms.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was significantly less glittery than initially planned, but once the base came together, I decided I liked the look of the satin undisturbed and left it alone. The dress was a big hit. It was glamorous. I felt beautiful in it, and people were shocked that I had made it all myself. I won Best Dressed overall!
Woo!
Let's freaking go!
Yes.
Yes!
You're too powerful.
You're too beautiful.
Aw. You're too beautiful. Stop it.
Every time someone won, they got to go out onto the dance floor and do a little fashion walk, spin around, answer a couple of questions, and then go sit down. When it was my turn to walk, I did a few things I've seen at burlesque shows,
Oh.
drag shows,
Oh.
and probably a few old Hollywood movies.
Oh.
I did the slow side step with wavy arms, shrugged off the stole better to show off the bow, and looked down over my shoulder. I think I did a 3-step turnaround at some point. Nothing racy or inappropriate, and less than a minute long.
Oh. That's it?
You
When
showed
you
off
said
some
you
arm.
that you literally you went da 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 do, and then you went like you're like turned here and you went do. That's it? And someone reported that?
I'm gonna just be real with you, and I'm sorry this is gonna come off as a little harsh. Some old dude probably got on
Yeah, and he
didn't know
said,
what to do, and their wife was sitting right beside of him.
Yeah, and they
And he was
said,
like-
"A report. It's her fault. She's a witch.
Yeah,
She's a witch. She did this to me."
She's a hot witch.
It's like the plot of freaking One Battle After Another.
yes,
Yeah, you haven't seen it? Have you seen it?
no.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
never mind.
Anyway, someone reported it to HR. I got called in a few days after the party and was told that my dancing had made people uncomfortable. Hard.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's it. Because that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
I asked if there were multiple reports, and they said there was only one.
Then
So why did you say people?
that
Yeah.
that's absolutely ridiculous. To get one report, if they were there at that party and they saw no problem with it, then they should not have brought it up at all.
Well, if one person reported it, then multiple people had problems with it.
Yeah, everyone was like,
It
that
was
really
probably
hot.
probably someone high up
Mm-hmm.
or HR's partner or something like that.
Yeah, like
Someone-
someone HR needs to make happy.
It was
'Cause that's-
HR,
Oh.
and she's a woman, and her husband was like, "Oh my gosh, can't
Yeah.
you dance like that?"
And she's like, I hate you.
They gave me the work parties are still work speech, and they let me go. They didn't even really give me a chance to say anything. I am so frustrated. The dress was work party appropriate. My walk was work party appropriate, and no one said a single negative thing to my face. I'm still proud of myself and the dress, but it feels like majorly misplaced effort. What a cruddy way to start the break and end the work year. What do you guys think?
Genuinely, I don't think you did anything wrong.
Well,
Nah, I think you
Question.
slayed. I think you ate that up.
I think you slayed too hard. That's what you did
They're
wrong.
just jealous that you went off.
Yeah, I think there's jealousy
Um,
going on here.
What line of work are you in?
I don't think I think even if it was like a professional office, I think that
They're all accountants.
yeah, I think that well clearly some accountant is not getting anything and he's like, "Oh, I'm just so worked up seeing you walk down the aisle." Oh.
Stop. Some of them voice. Ew.
Oh, I'm so worked up.
Stop. That is the same voice that my mom talks about her Irish accountant. She had to switch accountants recently, and that guy gives her a hard time. And he's
Yeah.
like, I think he likes it. I have to tell him to do his work, and he likes it.
Just like crazy.
Ew.
But I don't think you did anything wrong. I think that you, based on what you told us, unless you did something else, that doesn't sound inappropriate.
I
It
need to
sounds
see a
pretty
video of
standard.
this.
Yeah.
I know somebody videoed this. I need to know exactly.
need to know.
Riley needs video evidence, and he needs to make.
Oh my
sure
god,
you
not
did
like
it.
that. I
I
just
don't
need to
know.
know like
No, I get what you're saying.
just like the context of
Yeah.
everything. If everyone looks like they work in an accounting firm and you're the only one that has a spark of life in them, then I could see where someone has a problem with it.
It just feels kind of like when like a woman who wears a very normal like office attire but is maybe curvier gets in trouble just because she's curvier. And
Yeah.
like in this case, it's like you literally were wearing a normal attire, walked down the thing, and there's maybe someone like thought you were attractive or is jealous or
Yeah.
some reason and takes it out on you. And then instead of HR being like, well, that's unreasonable, we were there, no one else had any other complaints, they, didn't do that.
Allie says work parties are a great way to get fired.
I guess so, yeah.
See, we've read a few.
Indeed.
Update. Oh, wow. I did not expect the response this has gotten. I think I was still annoyed because I hadn't really got to talk to anyone about it yet. Thank you for letting me vent and sharing your perspectives, HR stories, and humor. I feel a lot lighter just reading through the comments. I just want to clarify 2 things, since my mention of burlesque has rightfully made it sound like I brought my inner Jessica Rabbit to a stuffy work function. First, the moves I added to my walk are not specific to burlesque and can be found in virtually all forms of dance. I only mention burlesque and drag because that's where I learned about them. I'm not a dancer and never have been. The sideways walk is used a lot in burlesque and drag because it's a really good way to show an audience your outfit with it not just doing a regular catwalk around the stage. Moving sideways keeps your torso so the front of your outfit is facing the audience, and arms up and out on the hips keeps the outfit in full view. Variations of this can be seen in musicals, ballroom dances, and the wavy arms are inspired by ballet. Depending on how you move, it can be graceful, sexy, or kind of camp. Camp?
Yeah, like
Wow.
in drag.
Why
it's
is
like,
this an adjective?
camp
Oh,
is like it's like in a lot of queer
Tense.
what?
Tense.
Tense.
no.
Fire.
No. Camp just means like it's like exaggerated, it's showy. Like
Sticks.
in drag, a lot of drag is very campy. It's like you want to have big makeup and like if you've seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, that's camp. It's supposed to be kind of like
I don't like this word. I don't like the way that it's used.
it's a queer word. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because like
So
every time I think
Ooh.
of camp, I'm like,
Yeah.
how does this dance feel like we're in the middle of the woods
yeah, no.
telling a scary story around the fire?
It's usually used in queer communities to refer to, but it's not exclusively. You can say.
How did
that
they
a
come up
movie
with
is
camp? Camp is like
I don't know where
that
it
is
comes
not.
from.
That sounds like the opposite of camp.
Let's see. You keep reading and I'll look.
It's a
up where
very
it comes from.
is oxymoron the right word for this?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
Good
either.
point.
I've been trying to work oxymoron into a sentence. It has been difficult. Probably should read the definition of it. Okay. I was trying to be graceful, show off the dress, and make the glitter on the stole sparkle. Second, what do you got?
Well, it just says so far. It says an aesthetic and sensibility that regards something as appealing or amusing because of its heightened level of artifice, affection, and exaggeration. I'm still searching for where the word origins and development. Camp may have been derived from the gay slang polari, which borrowed the term from the Italian campare, or from the French term, say, camper, meaning to pose in an exaggerated fashion.
Okay.
So
It's
it
Italian.
comes from,
That checks
um,
out.
for the modern sense of camp,
French,
meaning
too.
flamboyant.
Dude, that
Yeah, so
That-
the
yeah.
French and
French always turn things upside down.
British cross-dresser Frederick Park referred to his campish undertakings in 1870.
It's over the top.
Interesting.
Interesting.
This is new to. I didn't know the origins of the word, so that's interesting.
Second, almost everyone who walks each year does their best impression or a really campy imitation of a fashion model's catwalk. Some people really swing their hips, and most stop at the end of the runway and do the model hip hop over the shoulder look into the camera. Last year, the guy who won Best Dress showed up in a gold sequin suit and did a genuine ballroom, Paris is Burning ballroom, not waltz, catwalk that would have been very scandalous if a woman had done it. Okay, this just makes me think that someone had a crush on you.
Yeah.
And found
they
a
took
way.
It out. And then instead, again, I think that HR, instead of actually looking at the complaint, just wrote it off and didn't actually care to investigate, and instead took it out on you. Yeah.
There was also a time for actual dancing towards the end of the night, and there were definitely people every year who get a little loose. Somebody did get called in for wasted twerking last year, but she was kind of a mess that whole month, so it might have been something else. I literally thought she twerked or something.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you didn't do any of that. You literally walked sideways, did like a this walk, and then turned your head over your shoulder. That's it.
Call the fun, please.
Yeah.
Loki, for real.
We got some boring people at your job.
I do understand that maybe my attempt of being graceful may have come off as sexier than intended. Like when girls are nice to guys. I thought she was flirting.
No.
I could see that. I was banking on the fact that the moves are not burlesque or drag specific. The gown itself is not form-fitting. It's a full skirt. And felt like the others swaying their hips down the runway was less work appropriate than ballerina arms. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was right. But I'll come up with something else if I get to walk again next year. Thanks for the laughs and support. We got an update 2 months later.
Oh,
I think we
boy.
actually get a good answer.
I hope so. I hope it's like I now know who called me out, and now they're getting fired because they stink.
If this happened to me at work, I would try my best to laugh it off, even though it's like a serious, awkward meeting. Ooh, I hate
It's really
those.
awkward, but it doesn't seem like it is actually affecting your job.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem like you're on probation.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like any of your other coworkers knew or know. So I don't think it's a huge deal. It's super annoying and like disrespectful of them, but
I don't know. Would we go around the office or wherever you work, wherever OP works, and be like, who thought my dance was scandalous?
yeah, you just take a poll. What'd you think of my dance?
Like,
and you see who says yes.
T Swifty says, so the hater's gonna hate.
I'm gonna just shake it off.
In December, I posted here about being called into HR for inappropriate dancing. TLDR, my company hosts a holiday party every year with a best dress competition where winners get to do a catwalk to show off their outfits. I made my own dress, won best dress overall, and did a sidestep, wavy arm, and a 3-point turn, and someone reported me to HR. I wasn't going to post any updates because the outcome was pretty bland. But hopping on yesterday, I was shocked to see how much more activity on the post had gotten after I initially logged out and thought that maybe someone would like to read about what happened. Long story short, someone in HR did not do their due diligence and I was being called in by mistake.
I knew it. That's what I thought. I feel like HR got a complaint and instead of actually investigating it, we're just like, whatever, we're just going to call OP in.
Ew.
Yeah.
Half-arsed.
Yes.
This only came to light after a New Year's Eve party, not work-related, where the same person complained about my inappropriate dancing. I was out of town on New Year's.
Yep. That guy better get like on probation or fired or something.
The guy who made the report initially went to HR to complain about a woman in a red dress from my department trying to dance with him at the holiday party. Apparently, he didn't know her name, and the person he talked to did not ask for more identifying information. This person decided that I must be the woman in the red dress, despite the fact that there were multiple women in red dresses at the holiday party and had arranged for the initial meeting.
Ah, you were the lady in red.
Dang.
And you're the only lady that was in red that they thought of.
Yeah. You're just so striking in your dress.
I mean, yeah, you stood out.
You won 2 awards that day.
Yeah.
Once we came back to the office after the holiday break, I was once again called into HR. They told me that they normally didn't talk to employees about personal conflicts, but since I had repeated a behavior that they had already warned me about, they felt it was necessary to meet with me again. This prompted a back and forth. I apologized for my walk at the holiday party, and I said I understand that some people may have found it too risque, but that I hadn't done it again and don't intend to. They said this was about the dancing. I told them the only dancing I had done at the party was the walk. They said the walk was fine. This was about the dancing.
This is so annoying. OP's like, yeah, I understand my walk. And they're like, it's not about the walk. It's about the dancing. And she's like, well, I danced to the thing. And they're like, no, it's not about that. It's about the dancing. And she's like, what dancing are you talking about? We're just going back and forth. Oh, my God. I would be so annoyed in this meeting.
How do they show you this
Dude,
report?
they don't do any investigation at this HR. Fire the HR.
Goodness gracious. Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
At some point, one of the HR reps outlined the initial complaint to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They didn't even tell you what the complaint is.
That's what I was
crazy.
saying, which was dancing with a coworker. I told them I had not danced with any coworkers that night, nor had I even been on the dance floor. Then I asked if I've been to any New Year's Eve parties, and I told them I'd been out of town. This essentially ended the meeting. I assumed they realized they were talking to the wrong person, and the issue of privacy kicked in. I was given an apology by the head of HR a few days afterwards and told that the situation was being dealt with.
Finally.
All right.
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, wait, maybe we should actually investigate the claims. And instead of accusing a person that just like we have no proof of, maybe we should, one, ask them if they did that.
Yeah.
You start the meeting off of, hey, this is the complaint. Was that you? Did you do that? What do you have to say about that? Instead of starting with, like, you can't do this again. Because that's a stupid way to start a conversation.
I would really like to read whoever this HR complaint Reddit story.
Oh, yeah. They're like, OP keeps dancing. She's dancing. She's enticing me with her.
It sounds like this dude's like getting hit on against his will, though.
Yeah.
If that's what I caught.
The other person, it doesn't even seem like the person who reported it, who was the same person, was the person dancing with that red dress lady. Seems like he saw someone else dancing with the woman in the red dress and then reported that.
Oh, I see.
So it seems like he's just freaking jealous.
Maybe. I don't know. I need more context on that.
Yeah.
One person doesn't work here anymore, but I don't know if that was the HR rep and whether or not if that person was fired. But we will fire you if you don't immediately go to your favorite podcast platform, search up Storytime, and press play on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. I will fine you. I will fire you with no severance.
Yeah, I think this is all working out. I would be like, I don't know. I feel like
what do you need?
I need HR to give me money apology. I need days
over
off.
This mix-up.
Yeah. I need days off.
Like lunch.
I need lunch.
And dinner.
Yeah, I'd be like, thank you for apologizing. I'm actually incredibly hurt by this accusation.
It stressed me out a lot.
And it affected my work.
You footloosed me. I thought I couldn't dance anymore.
I thought I couldn't dance ever again.
Oh my gosh.
And therefore I want these are my demands.
I want to dance, and I want to dance with my food.
I want to dance with somebody.
There we go.
I want to feel the heat with somebody.
I want to dance.
I think I know who the real woman in red was. Unless she was in burgundy.
They mistook red and burgundy? Wow.
She's like, I think I know who it was. Unless she was in burgundy. Then I don't know.
Then this was a toss-up. But I have no idea whether she's been spoken to.
Well, don't snitch on her.
I don't know the guy she was trying to dance with. I still feel weird about everything when I think about it. But I think that's because I don't know what went on with the two people who were actually involved. I don't think it was very often, which is good. Thanks again for all your HR stories, thoughts, and humor. I didn't realize how frustrated I was about not being able to talk to anyone about it. The comments really helped.
Heck yeah, man.
That's the end of the story.
Sure is.
Dude. I kind of want to know what was going on actually.
Yeah.
What actually was happening.
With
the other two people?
Oh, yeah, like the
that mix up?
Yeah. No, and I'm wondering how explicit or like risque this other woman's dancing actually was. If this guy already complained about OP's dancing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, was it just kind of normal dancing? And then he was like, she's not dancing with me. That's what I want to know. But also, I hope that either the HR guy or that guy who keeps reporting people, he's out of here.
Agreed.
I was accused of sleeping with my coworker twice my age.
Ew!
And this comes directly from the r/OKstorytime subreddit.
No!
I, 30s female, work in a male-dominated field. My current job, which I've been at for years now, is surprisingly filled with a lot of drama, despite being mainly only men at or only a few years shy of retirement age. Those men are getting up to crazy things.
Those men have nothing to lose.
Yeah, they're like, I am so bored. I'm retiring next year.
Their wives
and I want to spice it up.
And they're about to just go to a retirement home.
Yep. I am the only female that works on the floor. By the way, this comes from New York Ave 272. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice, goofily, but we don't have all the answers.
We don't.
We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, I safely assumed the typical workplace drama that comes with a female working in a male workforce wouldn't be there due to the fact everyone at my work has decades on me in age. But you've kind of forgotten that the men are twice your age and might be kind of creepy.
Dang. OP fell for misogyny.
Dang.
She's
Like,
women are always the
there's no
problem.
misogyny here.
Yeah.
Older men never do misogyny.
OP, I know you drink black coffee and smoke cigarettes too. You're an old man.
Yeah.
We know who you are.
I've had zero trouble with any of these men, even though I was hesitant due to being their boss and younger than most of their children.
Ew.
However, I have one coworker, 70s male, who I get along with very well because he reminds me of my dad, who is my best friend. I love that. While at work during downtime, we will shoot the crap about cars, football, and baseball. We text while at work to communicate so that I don't have to go and find him every time I need to perform some type of task. It's a big building and it's easier for me to keep doing what I'm doing and text him what to do to save time, especially in busy season. Now on to the fun part of this. His wife, 70s female, has never been brought up too much at work. The few things he has said to me that involved her struck me as odd, but I'm not one to pry. The one day, the first year he started working with me, my coworker seemed off and like something was wrong. He had been having some health spats, and I asked if he was doing all right. His response was, just upset because my kids don't want to visit us for Easter because of my wife.
Oh, no.
Thinking she might not be the biological mother, I just said, oh, stepmom problems can be hard. Turns out she is the biological mother.
Oh,
You made a wild assumption. I would not have assumed that just because he says they don't want to see their mom.
I mean, if you're on the subreddit for stepmoms,
I guess so. I
and
guess
that's all
Sophie's
you
on
know.
that. Yeah, she's on that, on that thought process right now. But I would not have just said like, oh, stepmoms.
I honestly would have done the same thing.
Really?
I almost asked a couple at my church when they said like they're having a kid. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, did you do a paternity test? I almost asked it, but I had to stop myself.
I'm glad you didn't do that. I didn't ask any further questions because there were other coworkers around. Fast forward another 6 months, and he asked me if I could possibly just find him when I need to do something at work. I said sure, without questioning anything. Coworker later takes me to the side.
Because of the texting thing.
Yeah. And it says he needs to warn me about something. Yeah, I'm sure some other coworker saw that she was texting him and then assumed something.
I was assuming that winter's coming.
He said, winter's coming.
That's the vibe I got
Yeah.
from that.
He says, I must warn you, Frodo. Your life will be hard.
You just mix two things right now?
Yeah.
I think she did.
He proceeded, well, I didn't mix them up. I
Gott
just was
and
going on
Lort?
to a different thing. He proceeded to tell me that his wife looked at his phone and now thinks we're sleeping together at my place of work.
But the text messages are, hey, did you plug that thing into my box at work?
And she said, what does this mean? And he said, I was talking about the computer.
Your combobulator looks larger than it usually does.
She's like, what does that mean? And he's like, with the combobulator at work.
It discombobulated.
What are you talking about?
What else was I supposed to do?
I was regulating the combobulator.
I'm always asking Keon to plug things in for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I do it with consent.
Usually on his knees.
First off, my place of work is not somewhere that this would be very feasible to do anyway. Guys, Ming Ming, I wasn't mixing it up. I was adding another reference.
You were mixing it up.
God.
You were mixing it up.
I wasn't mixing it up. I was making a Gandalf reference.
But you also put in a Got reference in there.
Yeah, I made two separate No, you did that.
I did the Got, and then you repeated my Got.
Yeah,
and
Winter
then you
is
did a
coming,
Lord.
And
and
then
then
I
you
did a
did-
Lord of the Rings reference.
With the winter is coming.
Yeah.
I was moving on.
It's okay to remix, though. Were you
Whatever.
remixing?
Yeah, I was remixing.
All right, we'll give you that. We'll give you
It's
that.
all fantasy, but
I've never even read Game of Thrones. I don't care.
That's a lot.
She is absolutely convinced that my texts to him are codes for spicy related acts. I think this is exactly what you just said. Example, I
Yes.
text coworker, can you bring this to that area, please? And she thinks that means to meet me in the back of my work to do things to him.
Come on. Make it That was it. That was nothing.
Come on.
I
To
had a
even
good one.
think about this makes my stomach turn because this man is in his 70s.
And he reminds me of my dad.
And I am in a long-term relationship with a child of my own. She's also claiming I want to steal him from her for money, which is a crazy concept because I am his boss and make over double what he does. There are so many more outrageous things she has said, and word got around at work, as it always does, about his wife and how she thought we were sleeping together. It was a joking matter for about a year around our workplace, with everyone poking fun at the situation until one night.
Oh.
This woman decided to show up at our work and proceeded to text coworker that she wanted to fight me.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, a 70-year-old woman showed up at your work and was like, I'm gonna fight ya.
Let's start that. Ring that bell. I'm ready. I want to see
Low-key?
that.
That's crazy.
That would be the highlight of my whole year.
That's freaking crazy.
I'd be ready for it. Be
That's
like,
my
let's go.
Nana. That's my Nana's age. That's if my Nana came to someone's workplace and was like, I'm fighting ya.
I wouldn't want to fight my grandpa. He's about 70.
Yeah.
He's pretty well, but he works at the sawmill.
70's not that old. Like, I feel like you can still be pretty spry.
Yeah, you're pretty young.
Yeah. Like, my aunt is in her 70s and she's like pretty spry.
I play with a dude in his 70s.
She still goes on hikes with me and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's like really great shape. She looks pretty young. Man, I can only hope to have this much spark left in me in my 70s. A lot of people do. 70s is not that old. Our work is guarded and she wasn't able to get in, thankfully. But it still threw me for a loop. By the way, it throws me for a loop every time you guys don't listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Fun fact, this is one of our own still.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Who is this? Comment. I want to see your name.
Yeah. Who
is
is this? I think that you need to
What?
talk to your friend
No.
and say, hey.
Fighter. That's what
You
I'm
need
doing.
a fighter.
Establish your
if he ever
dominance.
says, like,
Yes.
I don't think you should ever talk to her. I don't know if you were planning on it, but I don't think you should ever like go to her because it's not your relationship. It's on your, 7-year-old friend
Yeah.
to manage his own relationship.
Okay.
And it seems like no one at your workplace believes this lie, so
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I think talk to your friend and say, hey, like, she can't be coming. You need to have a conversation with her, or we need to talk to her boss because she can't be coming in here trying
Yeah.
to fight me when I'm trying to do my job. Oh, I'm your boss, actually. OP's the boss.
But also, then it gives that perspective of like
Yeah.
a dominating boss over a coworker, and the coworker
Stop
can
it.
only do
Stop.
so little.
Just like you and Keon.
They're like, I'm like, stand there, and he's like, okay.
I decided to take coworker to the side, have a serious conversation about it. That's what I just said. Nice.
Yeah.
And it turns out that for a while now, pretty much since the day she looked at her texts, she's been trying to figure out how to catch us and find a way to tell my man about us. She's been unsuccessful so far because I only have one form of social media, and it's brand new and on lockdown since day one. Anyway, just figured I'd share this little funny story of how I'm a gold digger trying to sleep with a man well over twice my age.
Whoa, she admitted it at the end.
She admitted it.
She's actually
She
doing
said
it.
She said it right there.
Okay, crazy little okay story time.
Yeah.
My parents started a church with, I think this guy's my cousin or something. I
Sure.
don't know. Anyways, started the church. My parents get in like an altercation with this guy. He bans them from the church that they've started. They put in a lot of time. They were very upset.
Mm.
But like that guy closed down the church, found out he was doing some fraud through the church,
Whoa, dang.
and then married another woman. He's still with his wife. Married another woman and stole her 401k.
Dang, man, what?
Yeah,
That's quick.
That's
I know.
crazy.
that
That's a
happened
lot
all
of
within like
That's a lot of
3
stuff
years.
happened. Jeez.
Yeah, I always had a bad gut about that guy.
Yeah,
should've
well,
told
you
my
were
mom.
right.
Yeah, but
You got it right that
and
time.
like the thing that bothered me the most is like he called my dad and said that his dad was a way better man than my dad could ever be. Like my grandpa was a way better man.
Weird.
But I'm like, dude, my grandpa had like 4 wives, always was drinking, smoking. Died on the golf course because he was like not in good health. He had a heart attack. That's why I
Yeah.
don't golf.
What's just a weird thing to like say to
I
someone.
know. And I was like, dude, that guy was not it. And my
Yeah.
dad's actually like turned his life around.
Yeah.
Helping, he like goes visits like
It just like
kids
doesn't
at
help
like
anyone.
yeah, and like he's
Yeah.
visiting kids at what's the juvie prison?
Yeah.
Juvie.
Oh,
You
that one?
got it.
It goes to juvie and like preaches to kids. Like he's
Yeah.
actually doing stuff in the community than my
Yeah.
grandfather
this
ever
guy.
did. Yeah.
But
Weird.
yeah, sometimes people need to mind their own businesses.
Agreed.
Or do a little bit of investigative work because it's clear through these stories that some people just don't know how to investigate
Mm.
the claims that they have.
D-
but-
we need to give them a walkthrough on how to.
Yeah, we're like,
Actually
all
do
right,
it.
these are the steps to investigate a crime and or a claim
Yes.
and or an affair.
Mm.
Misinformation spreads like a wildfire.
Yep.
But you know what else spreads? Love. And we love you. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
Oh, we love you.
And
See you tomorrow.